Yeah.
Bum, 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 bum. You gotta love that. The shot quality music as we end the shot quality betcast. We got conference tourney action going on this sweet Saturday, the second Saturday of March. Max, how you doing, bud?
Good. I had to move you up to the top because if you haven't noticed, our boy Musa is hosting the show, running the ship today. Justin wasn't able to make it, but don't worry. We got you covered. Plenty of games to live bet. So we should have a decent amount of action. With conference tourneys, a lot of teams get eliminated. So the slate is just a little smaller than it normally is in our Saturday afternoon window, but still plenty of options. I think we should just start off with the halftime filter, right?
Might as well. Safest way to go about it, honestly. Halftime.
Jared, real quick, says, "What's going on with pregame predictions on?"
Yeah. I was gonna answer.
I didn't have any issues with it. I mean, I use them for when I'm capping my games every day.
No, I use them a lot, and we ran into a couple issues yesterday on neutral sites. So every game that's not a neutral site should be fine, but we're actively fixing it as we speak, which means you got to go in and change some math and good old formulas. So I know it was happening last night where they were tweaking some things because we had to actually have it where it's a neutral site game. It needs to represent a neutral site game because that's a big deal. Going on the road or playing someone.
And sometimes it's tough too because the matchups are TBD. So it's like, there's just a quick turnaround. So, we don't have. So
the math ain't mathing right now, but I know I brought it to attention yesterday because we had a couple games in the Missouri Valley Conference that just wasn't quite right.
Breaking news. Justin tuned in. What's up, Justin?
Hey, Justin. Jared.
Bonus stream tomorrow. Yeah. Let's go. So at least Justin will be on, and I think I can join too. So let's do it. I'm in.
If you want to hit me up on Twitter, just hit me up, Jared. But we are working on it actively. I know that for sure. So that could be going.
All right, let's get it rolling.
Yeah, rolling and scrolling and rolling. We see Brown. Yale score should be flipped. That's actually a pretty good Ivy League matchup. Now, their tourney hasn't started yet. What's hard for me, especially in tourney time, is when these tourneys start. Because it's like the Horizon starts earlier than obviously the Big 12 and the Big East and all that stuff. But then some of them in major.
I'm going to go ahead and lock this one in. Let's start with Brown plus 7.5, projected to be up 9 here. Yale's already clinched the 1. They're already slotted in. Now, Brown can stay alive if they can come back and win this game and squeak into the 4 in the Ivy, because remember, only 4 Ivy teams make it. So I went into Brown plus 7.5. It's unlikely that they make it because Princeton would have to lose the Penn, and they're currently up. But, let's go ahead and take Brown plus 7.5, projected to be up 9. So who cares about those scenarios? SQ Score says they should be up.
Yeah, that's not a bad game either. Yale closes 8.5-point favorite, game playing in Providence, Rhode Island. So I believe that is a neutral site, or not a neutral site. That's home court for Brown. Brown's not a bad team. I like that play. Let's see what else we got. Dartmouth, Harvard, right on the money, which is fine because shot quality is pretty much working as it should right there. Peters, Canisius. I mean, if you're into that kind of thing, which I'm not, taking just absolutely horrid teams. That's not my thing.
Canisius is bad. I would pass on that one. But how about Fairleigh Dickinson? Now that is the NEC tournament. So.
Yeah, I know that much. I know we all took Central Connecticut to come out of their conference, except I believe Kyle, who took LIU. I'm going to lay off that one just because I think there is a pretty big difference in talent there. And I could see FDU they're a loss away from Cancun. So last 20 minutes.
I think I'm going to have to disagree with you here. I think I'm going to go ahead and dive in on – this is a spooky one too. Fairleigh Dickinson, maybe they can channel some of that March madness that they had under Tobin Anderson, maybe get a comeback or at least just cover the plus 18.5 here on the live line. So I'm going to go ahead. And then score sheet is same as always. I'm on – the score sheet here, typing it in live. So you can always reference that to check out our plays. But yeah, FDU plus 18.5 for me.
Well, I got one right there. Again, guys, Justin, family calls. He's got stuff to do. My screen might not look great at the moment, but you can see right there in somewhat of the top right, middle right, Georgetown to Paul. That's where I'm going to make my first play of the day. Now, I just got to hunt a line. I know Georgetown closed as a 1.5 point favorite. And when I've been making the Big East rankings, I've liked Georgetown better than DePaul, even though the analytics have said it's kind of closer than you would think based off score. I think Georgetown just got a little bit more dog in them. So I'm going to roll with Georgetown plus 1.5. So I'm just getting the line flipped pretty much. And speaking of making all these plays, we got to shout out our sponsor, Max, Sports Trade.
ShotQuality Live BetCast is presented by Sport Trade. The best data in basketball meets the best prices. Sport Trade offers instant in-game betting with half the vig on both live and pre-game lines, with prop bets now available too. Plus, best-in-class support. Available in Colorado, Iowa, New Jersey, Arizona, and Virginia. Get 10% cash back on every bet in your first week, up to $300 cash back, and 1 free month of ShotQualityBets standard membership. Simply sign up for Sport Trade using code SQB and bet $10 on any basketball market.
He just does such a good job. Even when he's not with us, he's with us, if that makes sense. There's some good action I got right there. Stanford, Louisville. Does that over interest you at all? Stanford, Louisville.
I'm going to lay off here. Maybe a Stanford team total 0.57 is crazy, but it kind of makes sense. If Rain Smith is out today, they're resting him. I know he had a little bit of an injury, and since this game isn't incredibly important, they went ahead and sat him out, so they must have some better guys filling in on defense because that's crazy. But I'm going to go ahead and lay off. Actually, let's dive into what's the shot selection looking like on that one?
Yeah, let me go. Can you hear me, by the way? I think I might have muted myself. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. We haven't opened up a game yet, but yeah, let's take a look inside the
You match up. Oh, no, my bad. I went to the wrong thing. Whoops. Score Center. Also, that's pretty cool. Yeah, we're talking about things we're doing as we're adding stuff as we speak, as well as the scores coming right here, open live. Nice little.
It's still on the first window.
Huh?
It didn't switch over. I don't know.
Oh, that's right. I don't think I know how to do that.
That's all right. We don't have to dive in. I can let you know on my end because I got the Score Center up too. But it looks like
oh, I know how to do it. Share this tab instead. Look, dude, look at me. I am a wizard. Okay, so we got double.
This is what happens when we just put our brain power together.
Yeah, baby.
Team effort here.
Let's see. I never pronounce his name right. Top transfer in the country. Well, going into the season.
Maxime.
Yeah, Maxime Renaud.
I think it's Renaud, but yeah,
27% average.
A lot of mid-range. Don't like that. So I'm going to go ahead and lay off this one. No bet.
Fair enough. Same here. A lot of average shots for Louisville. Again, without Rain Smith, one of the best shooters in the country. Honestly, per shot quality metrics, I think he's like in the 5th percentile in three-point shooting. So I'm with you on that one. Heading back to the Score Center, though. Let's just go to all games.
Hey, speaking of good three-point shooting, though, I need a big one out of my boys today. We got Providence. After this show, going to go lock in 4 o'clock Xavier. I saw you took Conwell's over. So
I did. We'll see how that goes. Yesterday we had Karl Anthony Towns over, bang, and then Russell Westbrook decided to shoot 80% from the field and barely go over. But I was worried because I'm a Phoenix Suns fan. We suck. We were absolute trash, and I had a feeling we weren't going to play defense. And guess what? Jokic drops 30, 20, and 20. So
that was wild.
Alabama and Auburn early. Alabama up some. I do want to check that out. We will scroll back to the top and work our way down.
Yeah. Here, let's hit the Jason asked about Iowa State. That's kind of a big one. Where's that one? Because they kind of started. They should be decent.
Oh, it's flipped. Now, K-State, if that tickles your fancy, down 13. This is the last game within the Big 12 regular season, right? So I would say, they have to win to get in. Like, they have to win the Big 12 tournament to get in. I know they were climbing the bubble there for a little bit when they won like 6 in a row. I'm going to lay off of it. Iowa State's defense is legit. I don't know.
I'm looking up the spread first.
I know I might actually take it. Honestly, I might. Because I feel like that's a play Justin would take, a play Jason would take, a play you honestly would probably take as well.
Yeah.
So.
I'm just buffering for a second, but I might get in on this. Let's see what the line is.
Is Coleman Hawkins back? Let's see. I'll give you an answer real quick. It's now 49-34. Still, shot quality saying K-State should be up. 1.16 shot quality points per possession means they're getting good looks, just 2 of 15 from deep. Coleman Hawkins is in 4, 8, and 5 on 2 of 7 shooting. He's partially the reason they're shooting so bad from deep, 0 for 3.
I'll go ahead and lock it in. Found a number here going Kansas State plus 14.5, minus 105 juice. They are down 15, it looks like. And Musa, can you scroll down a little so we can see the SQ score? I believe they're up 6 on that. Yeah.
Yeah, and they're up in shot quality points per possession, so getting good looks. It really is coming down to the 3-point shooting for them. Like I said, 2 of 15 from deep ain't going to cut it. I had to that. That dog ain't going to hunt, Max. That dog ain't going to hunt.
Yeah, 14.5 is a lot of points. I mean, they can, even if they're down like this, 15 with a couple minutes left, they can, backdoor that, no problem. So I'm going to go ahead and take the
I agree. I'm just looking at some other scores real quick. Wisco should have won, lost.
They ended up losing.
Yeah, it could affect the seed line. Dude, Penn State's getting a little.
Well, they can't make the Big Ten tournament. They got screwed because not all the teams get in. Yeah, they didn't even get in.
There's 18 teams now. What is it? The 12 make it, right? Just the top 12.
I mean, they dealt with injuries all year. So I mean, if there's ever a time to put in all the teams, not that they would win the Big Ten, but
but give them a chance. 15 and 15 should have been 18.
Stupid rule.
One of the unluckier teams. Still 18-12 is nothing to, and 63rd and just shot quality is nothing to,
So glad we added Washington and Oregon into the Big Ten just to
get Oregon.
4 teams from the tournament, whatever.
Just to get Oregon.
Anyway, that's enough of that. But
let's see what else we got. Okay. I don't like saying Justin texted you, Max, so you might as well jump on it. Yeah, so just looking at it, I say you because you're more technologically savvy. Anyway, St. John's Marquette was
He's mad at the screen. Justin, we spent like 5 minutes before the show. We couldn't figure it out. We're not.
Oh, this is square thing? Yeah. Sorry, guys. Sorry, I'm not perfect. Okay. I said again, dude. What am I doing? Miami, NC State. But those are just finals. Who cares about the finals? Let's go to the games that we might have missed that just got to halftime that we didn't check in before. Columbia, Cornell, or 9-point difference in shot quality, 11-point difference in the real score. Nothing. We got the Ivies playing right now. Bonnie, Davidson, nothing. That's running the money. I took Georgetown. I think I'm riding solo dolo there. Fordham, Rhode Island should be a little closer, but that's about it. No value on Rhode Island either way.
Decent amount of spot on scores here. So
Penn, Princeton, if you're into that under. Princeton, 35 points, well over shot quality expected. Penn, a little hot, nothing too crazy, maybe a potential blowout.
I don't know what's up with Princeton. They were, kind of a preseason darling, and they need to win this to clinch the 4 spot just to make the tournament. So
that's another tournament. That's crazy, dude. 4 teams make it, and that's it. Semifinals, championship, done. I like it that way, though. Preferably, I like it. Honestly, I prefer it that way for these small.
It depends on the tournament. I don't know.
But Big Ten, I'd rather have everyone make it and then have like the triple buys. But
have everyone make it, but don't do the gauntlet. The gauntlet's kind of annoying.
Like the triple buys, like the West Coast.
Yeah.
Because you have to win 6 games in a row, or whatever. While the Zags and St. Mary's have to win 2.
Yeah, I mean, I get it. You want your best teams in the conference to represent, but it's like, I don't know. Gonzaga or St. Mary's would have came out of that conference anyways, no matter how you drew it up.
Well, look, I need a little bit more action, so I'm going to go ahead and jump on that Princeton under. Now, it's not like fantastic by any means, but it's 15 points, so it hits my threshold. 36 for Princeton, 31 for Penn, 15 points of value. I'm going to take under 156.5.
Got it. Got you down for that one. I like it. I'm going to lay off, though. Yeah.
Oh,
no, your face here.
Hey, what's up? So yeah, that's what I'm gonna jump on. Still scrolling and
I'll tell you
seeing
one thing I've been doing though, and I've been like kind of monitoring it, is these conference tournament games. If they overperform in the first half, coming back with a live under in the second half, because with the season on the line and stuff, gets a little tight. I did that last night with that Valpo game. It was
That was a
like
good game.
152 and a half. They scored 120 something. And then I did it at noon with Radford and High Point. That got tight late and ended up going under as well because they overperformed in the first half. So I've been on the lookout for some of those, and you can do them too throughout the conference tourney season. So hopefully those keep coming home.
I did. You guys have been killing it. You're like what, 18 units over right now, by the way, in March.
It's been a good March so far, and I needed a good little bounce back month after a slow start to the year. So love to see that.
Here's an interesting comment from Jason. He's talking about the South Carolina-Tennessee game. Now, even though South Carolina is winning at the break or winning a shot quality by a point, and it's pretty much spot on with the actual score, could we potentially find some value in Tennessee? That's where you go click the good old, I click view matchup, and I still haven't got my screen over. That's when you click the Score Center and go check it out. So I'm going to share this tab. Did I do it right? Dude, look at me. I'm a genius. Let's see.
I say no. I would if anything, I'm taking South Carolina.
I know, but I just want to see like maybe shot type. So
no, they took good shots there.
Wow, dude, South Carolina took a lot of great shots. You're 100% right. 43% good, 54% average, but one bad shot, two middies. Yeah. Meanwhile, I mean, Tennessee's not taking bad shots either, but South Carolina's doing a very good job of hunting good shots. 35 points in the first 20 minutes against a really good Tennessee defense. That's impressive.
And that's always nice to know, because normally you'd look at this and be like, oh, Tennessee, there must be value on them. Like they're tied and they were pregame favorites by what, 11, 13? So, yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and lay off that one. We got to talk about, scroll down a little to that. Oh, did I freeze? Can you hear me?
Hey, no, I can hear you. Scroll down to which one?
Scroll down to that UConn game. Because remember, last time it was just me and you, and Justin wasn't here. We had UConn and St. John's, and we live bet UConn and Seton Hall, and they lost outright to Seton Hall. Do you remember that game?
Yes, I do. We all took UConn. I think we got like -3.5 on a -11.5 close, and they took the lead by like 4. Or more than that, like 5 or 6 or 7 points twice. You couldn't make it happen. So, yeah, no, that's one. This one's a little bit more spot on. Seton Hall should be a little bit more in it. I got it on my TV right now. Homeboy is lighting into his players right now. So maybe Seton Hall will have a look. Yeah, Shaheen Holloway is, he's letting him have it. I'm going to be honest with you. He does not look happy. But can you blame him? Down 11 against UConn, going for the sweep on the season. I scrolled back up because we didn't say anything about this Georgia Tech Wake Forest game. That's a lot of points, Max. It's green arrow both way. We're talking almost like a point combined left off the board there.
How much time did it say? Is there a minute left in that first half? Holy,
it's ugly, dude. Georgia Tech 15 points. Wake Forest 31. Difference was that a lot? 20 points.
Do we want to take an ugly? I'm looking this one up right now. 126.5. I'm going to go ahead and lock it.
Just seem to make a good play on these overs, even when it is in over. Oh no, when it's towards blowout territory, there's so much time left. 16 points is nothing.
Right, it moved on me. 125.5 is what I ended up.
I think that's a good spot. I might see if it gets a little bit closer. You know me, I'm a sucker for free throws. What was that game we had the other day? I know it was a conference tourney game, so it was a Horizon.
It was IPF Dub and Youngstown.
Yeah, if you guys weren't there, me and Max took over like 133.5 on a close of 151.5 for shot quality. Expected like an 80-point quarter or half when they scored like, I don't know, 55. It was something crazy. And it got down to like 128 live. Pretty much we were cashed. We weren't going to make it. And what was it, 25 points in the last 2 minutes?
Oh, yeah. It was a fun sweat. That's what it's all
about.
Yeah,
it went over by quite a bit. It went from like, we have no chance to, maybe to, oh my gosh, we're going to get this to, dude, this might get like to 145. So that was awesome. Yeah. I'm going to let you have that Georgia Tech one on your own, though. Auburn, Alabama, I'll never take an under with these two teams. I know.
Dude, I'm the same way. Like Kentucky and Alabama, I either take the over or I pass. Like,
look at Big Cat today. He had the over.
Oh my God.
And he had no business hitting. And no business.
What a second half.
For them to combine for 115 points in the last
107 in the second half or something crazy.
Yeah.
But his Badgers lost outright, so
I think he'd rather
did not come for free.
I think he'd rather be 15-0. Yeah. Good deal. Here's an early look as I scroll down. UNC Greensboro against VMI. Now the SoCon, that conference tourney did start, right? That's a conference tourney game.
This is a conference tourney game. VMI beat Citadel yesterday. And VMI, despite how bad they've been or they started the year, they've been very pesky in conference play and playing well. So the fact that they're giving Greensboro a game, I'm not surprised. But they're projected up 1 here, I think is a live bet.
Yeah, I think so too. I'm probably going to wait a little bit. St. Joe's, I'm probably going to wait a little bit as well. But, dude, hit the button if you think.
Yeah, I'm finding a line. I don't know why my book is kind of slow today, but
because they know you're going to take their money, Max.
That's
all it is.
Minus 105 on the money line. Let's do it. Come on, Greensboro. They can D up in the second half. UNCG, the Spartans, I believe.
They are the Spartans.
Minus 105 to come back in this one. Why? Because they scored 0.6 points per shot so far this half, projected to be up 1. So hopefully they turn around, get the dub here. Let's go.
No, I like that a lot. I'm thinking now even more so the St. Joe's line. St. Joe's closed as 9.5-point favorites. The game is at John. They haven't started the conference tournament because it's A10.
Nope.
But still, I'm sure there's seeding going on and stuff like that. St. Joe's 6.5 points right now, down 3. That's going to update. LaSalle hits a 2. Not seeing it. Not seeing it just yet.
Speaking of the A10, VCU better make the tournament. I think they win the A10 anyways. But you lose one game to Dayton, and then now, we got to listen to the bubble talks. That team has been great all year. They've been dominating.
But aren't you you're a fan of a bubble team, so wouldn't you prefer them not to get in?
Oh, no, it was good for Xavier. Yeah, but I don't care. I'm still I still want to do what's right. I still fight for the little guy, the mid-majors.
Yeah, I feel like you're just more
now, if it comes down to UC San Diego, Drake, and Xavier on Selection Sunday on the bubble, I will be absolutely torn.
Yes. Now, what if it comes down to UNC, Oklahoma, UC San Diego?
Then that one's easy. The hell with those teams. I hope Duke wins by 30 today. I'm so tired of this North Carolina team. I'm
a big believer that you shouldn't punch a ticket as an at-large if you go like 5-13.
When did we start rewarding such great losses? Wow, this team is so good at losing.
Yeah, if you don't do it in college football playoff,
schedule the number 1 hardest schedule, and then if you lose all the games, you just go, oh, look at all these great losses, or you just win and make the tournament. We gotta,
Max on a soapbox, and I agree. I agree. Let's see. I just refreshed. Kansas State down 13. Once you get 14.5, that's going to be a close one, but it is senior day or senior night, so I could see who knows who's going to check in late. Those last 60 seconds, 120 seconds are going to be a roller coaster ride, no matter which team you got. Let's be honest with each other.
Brown took the lead. That was one.
Brown's not a bad team. I wish I grabbed that one with you. I actually like Brown.
Brown was the 4th seed last year. I don't know if you remember. They made some noise in the Ivy. They almost got they almost beat Yale.
They got a good player, some forwards. Last name I think is like Lilly or something. Let me look for his name and his stats. But I think he averaged like 17 points a game and like 8 rebounds. Like he's one
Every
of those.
Ivy game I watch, I feel like it's Columbia, and it's just me fading them.
Yeah, Keno Lilly, 17.4 points per game, 4.4 assists. He's been there for a minute. Anytime you get a guy in that caliber on a team and ShotQuality is telling you to take the points, I don't see why you wouldn't. Because if you're going to get a really good score within his conference on a team that's expected to be doing better, go for it. Let's see. Canisius still not interested.
Do we have to refresh? Did we miss some?
I just did. I just refreshed, and now I'm scrolling back down. But I'm just saying, Canisius ShotQuality score could be 150 to 20 in favor of Canisius on a 4-point.
In fact, you've done that before, right? That was the Maryland play, right?
Yeah, I believe Maryland, it was like what, minus 72.
Yeah.
Maryland was.
For those that don't know, earlier in the season, Musa took Maryland minus 72.5 live against Canisius, and they covered.
They were getting blown out. ShotQuality's like, yeah, you should be averaging like 1 point, not even 0.87 shot quality points per possession on.
That still is the highest live. That's the highest live line I've ever seen.
Yes, Justin's done like a plus 45 that one. I've never seen someone go the other way. Right. I want to hit like you'll get a chance in the very early part of the season when you get those non-con games to maybe get a line better than that. I remember a couple years back, Baylor played like Florida A&M.
It was Mississippi Valley State, the season opener.
Yeah, it was like dude, with those guys, they can lose by 100 easily, 100 plus. I'm gonna be sure. I'm sure they already have.
That was the season opener last year.
So crazy. I kind of want to go, play for them. If they'll have me. Let's see, Georgetown making it a 2-point game. I like to see that, mainly because DePaul opened up on a 6-0 run to start the second half.
DePaul, after they spoiled Providence's senior night, winning outright on the road. So now coming home here, hopefully Georgetown can do the same.
That's an interesting team, man. That is good call on not taking that Stanford Louisville over. I know I don't have it on the screen, but here we go. They have a combined 4 points in 5 minutes. So that's very good look for you. Anyways, did I miss anything up there? Georgetown, not going to do anything.
Interesting point, though. I think if Louisville and Clemson both win today and somehow North Carolina can upset Duke, I think Louisville wins the ACC in the tiebreakers. I believe
that's actually that's not going to happen. So I'm not even going to get.
I know. I don't think it happens either.
Why the hell did you do that? All right. St. Joe's still looking like a play potentially. Shot quality points per possession leans heavily in favor of St. Joe's. Usually when it happens like that, there's more to it. Turnovers, offensive rebounds, bada bing, bada boom, whatever. LaSalle hot from deep. I don't know, but just throwing that out there. Wake Forest, Georgia Tech, you touched that one. Tennessee, South Carolina. Nothing. Bama.
You probably get a better line than me, by the way, on Wake Forest over if you wanted to get in now.
It's a 20-point game. I'm not going to get – because, sometimes if it's like a really high-powered offense against like a non-con, I like taking games that
Team Cat Whisperer says that Clemson would win the tiebreaker. Okay, maybe that's true. I just knew it wasn't Duke, which we talk about.
Crazy.
How good Duke is, and then if they don't even win we talk about how good Duke is, and then we talk about how bad the ACC is, and then it would be hilarious if somehow Clemson or Louisville or whoever steals the ACC. So
a lot of people are chalking up Louisville's or Duke's insane success in KenPom, what they're about to pace to be the greatest team in KenPom history, to the ACC being broken, thus. The scores being broken, thus the efficiency metrics being broken.
You can say that, but then they sandwich that Illinois game in at the perfect time to remind the world that, they can
we're just going to beat you guys by 40. Just nasty work. Where were we? You and I like that we both agree. I don't care what it shows for Alabama, Auburn. I'm just not going to do it. I'm not. Yeah. We have high-level scores playing.
That game's tough. Bama's more desperate, right? They've lost, I think, 2 or 3 in a row. Auburn.
They're falling off that one line. Florida now probably leapfrogged them there. I'm not a big bracketologist guy. I don't really study it. I like to study the bubble teams. That's about it. Yeah. I don't really care about the seed line because you're a 1, a 2. To me, there's not really a big difference. You still got to win 6 games in a row. It's going to be hard either way. You're going to have an easy first game. Round 64, then it's going to get tough.
We gotta hold on. We gotta take a look at one of these 3 p.m. games. I think you said you refreshed, right?
I did. Which one?
Go take a look at the Catamounts of Vermont. I think we need to get in on this. That is a ridiculous start for a terrible New Hampshire team. What is this? The question is, will the books overreact? I need to see what this line is.
They usually don't. They have it on St. Joe's.
Yeah, minus 6.5. Oof. That is still a hefty price to pay. Yeah,
when it's so early, that's why I waited on St. Joe's because I was like, dude, you want me to – they're down 4 and you want me to get minus 5.5? I'm not interested on a close of a 9.5. I still have to come back and win this game. I know there's a lot of time, but then I still got to lay 2-3 possessions. No.
Yeah.
Early action might as well look.
Vermont's not as good as they normally are, but
it's the same team though, which is crazy because this is another reason why I like ShotQuality is clicking on Vermont.
Well, they're hurt. That Shamir Buggs is.
But he wasn't hurt in the beginning of the season, and if I scroll down in the beginning of the year, it was
they had Long and Hurley missed a lot of time.
Blown out by Auburn. Okay, to chalk that up. But like lost to Merrimack, expect to lose to Merrimack, and we've seen Merrimack this year. Lost to Iona, expected to lose. Like Buffalo, really bad Buffalo team. Yeah, won by double digits. That's good. But then Fairfield, lost to Fairfield, lost to Brown. Didn't compete against a good Yale team, but didn't compete. Lost to a Colgate team that's not what they've been over the years. Lost to Dartmouth and then got into conference play. And it's like, Vermont, what was it, Anthony Lamb they had when they made the tournament not too long ago? I expect more. So. I'm going to refresh it again. What sucks is my TV remote's on the other side of the room right now, and I'm stuck watching Seton Hall, UConn. You want to talk about a boring game, folks?
We get distracted easily, so let us know in the comments if there's any games you want to see, something we missed. Tons of you guys hanging out. This is the best time. Like March Madness, don't wait for the bracket to drop to tune in. These freaking conference tournaments are unbelievable.
I love March Madness. It's my favorite. I'm not going to be one of those guys who's going to say, I like the conference tourneys better. I don't, but like it's like having two kids.
Me, dude.
That's what I'm saying. It's I love the build up to the bracket, and to get to the build up is finding out who's on the right side of the bubble. All these games matter. Like watching Oklahoma play going forward is going to be a blast.
3:30. I'm not tuning in. I don't care about Auburn and Alabama. I'm tuning in. It's Missouri Valley, baby. It's our
dude. The Missouri Valley has been electric, and I really do.
9 o'clock. SEMO and Edwardsville. Those teams hate each other. That game is going to be awesome.
Okay, now you lost me, but you had me for
9 p.m. ESPN2. Tune in. OVC, baby. Someone's getting a bid tonight, baby. Come on.
No, on the OVCs tonight, they punch ticket. Okay, I know Missouri Valley's tomorrow, which sucks because Drake. I mean, I don't think Belmont's as good as they've been for a while now. They're a really young team, but it's just funny that Belmont has to play, or Drake gets to play the 4-seed Belmont because they don't reseed. And since UNI, who's a good UNI team who took Drake to overtime like 2 weeks ago, they get bounced by Valpo. You would argue Bradley's got the easier path, but might as well show this really quick. NCAA men's team standings. This reminds me a lot of last year's UNC Asheville team with Drew Pember. A team
they were lucky.
Right? What's that?
That Asheville team was lucky, right?
Yes, we're seeing this exactly with Bradley. If they get in, or you want to bet the MVC championship on Sunday, if Bradley does win, or you want to just buy against Bradley the next 2 games, 16 and 15 in ShotQuality. They are, I believe, our luckiest team. Again, that's not a bad thing. Having luck is not a bad thing. But at a certain point, when your ShotQuality record and actual record is 8 games off, and ShotQuality ranks you as the 138th team, then there might be something to it of, I might want to sell this team stock now.
Here's how I would play it. I would take, because they're good enough to beat Valpo. Obviously, the line is.
They're not a bad team. They beat Valpo already earlier this year by 11. Should have won in 12. Almost a perfect.
But you could play Drake right now is -115 to win the Missouri Valley. You can just play that. You can root for Valpo to beat Bradley, or if Bradley wins. I mean, Drake's going to be what? -4 probably tomorrow. So then you can just hedge out of it if you don't like it. But I think Drake should win this one.
I also agree very much so. Let me look at Drake really quick then, since we're doing this. We're doing Missouri Valley. What's it called? Arch Madness?
Arch Madness. I'm looking at the live scores, making sure we don't miss anything before we head out.
Drake, this is what I'm talking about. Like, okay, they're a little lucky. -9.04 in record luck based off the ShotQuality record. It should be 23-6 instead of 26-3. What does that mean?
Yeah, but still.
They're still the 45th team in the country with the 45th offense, 48th defense, 115th rim, and 3 rate. Basically, what we're saying is, should they be an at-large based off the shots they've taken this year? Probably not. Are they still a fantastic mid-major that's going to get 30 wins? Absolutely. And that by itself is scary. And even when you go into non-con in the beginning of the year, I know Miami sucks, okay? I get it. But they beat Miami by a lot.
You're still showing Bradley, by the way.
How? Oh, I am. Share this tab instead. Thank you. This is what I meant. 26-3, 23-6 in ShotQuality record, 45th in just ShotQuality, 45th in adjusted offense. But look at this. Like, even if you go to non-con, and I know Miami sucks. That was a big win. FAU beat them convincingly, like Miami. Vanderbilt's rolling, dude. I don't know. I think they lost to Georgia today. They beat Vanderbilt. Both the real
it's tough, though, because, like, at the time, like, I mean, Larinaga didn't retire. Like, he was still planning on coaching. Like, the team, like, you know, still had their players. Like, the season wasn't lost yet. It wasn't a joke. It's still impressive win. So, I don't know.
No, I agree.
You know me, I love the little guy. Let's go UC San Diego tonight. You know, they just clinched. You can't trip up on the road. They play UC Davis. Hopefully win by margin.
Jason's asking, I don't know if that's a Justin question. Well, I'll talk to Justin, get back to you. If you won 2 1-month memberships, then yeah, we should obviously get that to you. We need to just run it up the flagpole, and
let's do one quick look, though. We got like a little less than 10 minutes, so let's make sure we don't miss
Yeah. Let me do it. So, I mean, Kansas State, I want to say I was 14.5 for you. For you, that's 17.
Back door's wide open. They can get that.
What'd you get on Brown?
Plus 7.5.
Plus 7.5. That looks like
hang in there. I got FDU as well on the right. They're down 11. What the hell did I play that at? Oh, that was a spooky one. 18.5. Let's go.
That's a very good one as well. Georgetown hanging in there for me. See if there's any plays to make really quick. Let me scroll right back up. If you want to get on FDU, you still can. Get a lot worse line. I probably wouldn't do it. Kansas State's not a bad one, but not enough time. Brown, I think you already got the best value there. Harvard, no. Rhode Island, Fordham, no. Louisville, Stanford, oof, that's ugly.
Yeah, I think Louisville might have thrown out a more defensive, because Rain Smith is great for the over. He can chuck it from deep, not as good defensively. So that's probably why that game is so low scoring. I probably should have thought of that and took it a pregame under, but that's all right.
No, I got you there. I feel that. Georgetown still at the break. Alabama, Auburn, good chance we get to 50 points for Alabama.
What seed line is Tennessee on? Are they a 2 or are they like the last 1 seed? Like
no. Last I checked, 2 seed.
Okay.
Which, I mean, they're a good team.
They're back to old Rick Barnes teams that can drought. Last year was different because they had Connect. I feel like this is just back on their Tennessee BS.
Yeah, 13th on SQ. They get the 3 seed. They're right where they should
be.
Good. 2, maybe a little bit overvalued, but they're fine. But
yeah,
they're good. I shouldn't say fine. They're very good. You're a fan of Tennessee.
All right. I think A&M's on the 2 line too, right?
I believe so, and I think
who would you rather have? Who would you rather have to make the Final Four, Tennessee or A&M?
Tennessee, because of defense, and I know he's not Don Connect, but Chaz Lanier is amazing. I truly believe that dude is one of the better shooters in the country. And Sakai Ziegler is still, he's limited. He's always been. But if he's ever going to have these March Madness moments, you'd think it would be this year. We have a question, actually.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. I clicked at the same time. Have those games started?
I don't think so.
If they're pregame, I would go Zach, I like Colorado and FSU. I didn't bet either of them. TCU's been pretty bad on the road, and that Colorado line was kind of a little suspect. FSU, Hamilton's last home game, so I think they could get an emotional effort and win outright. That was really close for me to playing, but I ended up not.
We have it right on the money there. Colorado and TCU, and then Florida State. Let's go check that one out really quick. Now I'm seeing what Jared said at the very beginning.
We got Florida State outright. So yep.
Yeah, and then when I click on it, it still has Florida State outright by 1. Now they're off by a little bit because we're tinkering with stuff, but if it's showing you, because I click on it, it says 75 points for Florida State, 74 for SMU. If you click on it,
showing the other tab.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, but we're working on that on the back end. I think we're trying to make a fix during a very busy Saturday is not easy. So we're on it or aware of it, just working on it. But yeah, Florida State outright is at least what we have. SMU, again, one of those teams, the record and the bracketologists agree the record is not as good as the resume. So head back to the Score Center really quick. We got about 5 minutes left.
Yeah, they won't adjust this for Montline. I can't take it. I've been just waiting for him to, bring it down to 3.5 or something, but they won't. So
The final games now moving down to the bottom, which is good. We're moving Vermont. Well, they should still be down 4 though. It's not great. They're shooting.
Yeah, and that's another reason why. But like, I don't know. That's
UTEP
also
could be a good spot. Western Kentucky could be a good spot. Wow, they're getting boat raced by Liberty.
Yeah,
that's not a comp. They haven't started, right?
No, I think the implications there. I think Liberty clinches if they win, so it does mean something.
They're a good team. Kennesaw.
Wow, look at the Bearcats, the local team for me.
That's going to be an under for me at one point. These offenses.
What a dead team, Cincinnati.
What happened to St. Joe's? See, that's why I didn't take St. Joe's so early. Because even at trying to lay 5.5 now, it makes more sense because it's a 9.5 point dog or 9.5 point favorite. I bet I can get money line. So that's going to be one I'm going to look at right now.
Yeah, this last Saturday of the year, you always got to check, seeding and implications. Like, does the game even mean anything?
Yeah, that's why a lot of those I lay off of because it confuses me until they get to the tournament. Then it's a lot easier. Like you're in the conference tournament, you got to win to get in, or you got to win to continue playing. For a lot of teams, or win to improve your seeding, and everyone wants to cut down the nets in their conference tournament. I'm going to take that. See, St. Joe's now is plus 4.5. They don't even need to win the game. Again, I don't know what the implications are. I'm not going to look it up. I'm just going to take it because I believe I only have 2 plays.
They could. Yeah,
so
I mean they're not.
Mark me down for St. Joe's plus 4.5. On the road is a 9.5 point favorite. Let's see, they're shooting 38. It's because LaSalle 51% from the field, 4 for 6 from deep, and they made all their free throws. Yeah, I like this one.
Let's go. We got 8 plays on the day. I mean, there's only 20 games going on. Normally, 2 p.m. is always the loaded slate for those random mid majors kind of on Saturday.
Yeah, we got Grand Canyon, Abilene Christian. What's that? That's WAC, Fresno, San Jose State. WAC again, I believe, or Mountain West. Florida A&M.
Grant Foster's been out though. Speaking of the Lopes, I don't know if they're resting him for the postseason or the.
They're not very high on that team, dude. But
I was higher on them last year. I'm not.
They're still. I think
good. They should win the tournament, but I think they'll be a trendy underdog because people know the Lopes. But that's a team I would look to fade if they get in if they win the WAC.
I feel like Drake's not going to get the respect they deserve too. Speaking of which, because they've been in the tournament. What now? This will be their third time.
Third straight.
But they had the Roman Penn game where he missed a layup against Miami in what should have been a Drake win, and then last year the Tucker DeVries team that had Washington State on the ropes. That was a back and forth all game. So really, they could.
Who did they play?
Washington State. They should have won both. Not should have, but
I can't remember game maybe.
I did. I watched it with Justin at the Cosmopolitan or whatever the hell.
I know. I didn't get to go to Vegas last year. I'm so excited to be hanging out with you guys. Vegas is going to be awesome, though. We're going to have live shows.
You guys should all come.
Yeah.
Why not? It's a good time.
It's going to be a blast. God, just enjoy every day. It's almost over.
Let's give it one more scroll. And then we'll get out of here. No, I agree. Enjoy every second of it because as much fun. That's another reason why I like the conference tournaments is because it's not over just yet. Once you get to the bracket, dude, it's pretty much over because there's only 64 teams left, 68. It is fun, though. It is fun. Louisville, Stanford over. I know we're not interested. Let's just make sure we dot our I's, cross our T's here, Max. Princeton under, not looking great for me. Unfortunately, Princeton just can't stop scoring. So that's cool. Penn stopped scoring. That was good for me. South Carolina, Tennessee. Well, Jason, you might have got your money's worth if you took Tennessee minus 8.5. It's looking good so far. Got to get a couple more points. Max, I don't know what the live line is on Georgia Tech Wake, but my God. You and I aren't going to take the under in Alabama. Seton Hall, St. Joe's I took. Delaware on the money. Winthrop on the money. Greensboro you took. And that's a tournament game.
Yeah, Greensboro is probably still pretty decent play if you can get
I was thinking about it. That might be a play on my personal. What I want to do is make a lot of live tweets today. I've been doing a lot on the Twitter account lately, but I want to keep the party going. But we'll see. I've
been live betting a lot the last couple of weeks, and it's been solid.
It's been better. I'm telling you, the more data we have, the better we are. I'm telling you.
Yeah, you've been on an unreal run.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. But I think like at the beginning of the year, plus I start to figure out the teams a lot more. I felt like I didn't do as much research as I usually do heading into the season. That kind of burnt me in the very beginning of the year. But now,
they swallow the whistle in conference play. These non-con tournaments get a little wacky.
They do.
Like you can't even do like totals because you just don't even know. But
look, I'm gonna take one more before we bounce.
All right.
Do you see it?
Is it UC?
Yeah, the under. I'm not gonna take them personally. I'm just gonna take under 153.5.
Really that high? Is it really that high? Oh my god.
Yeah, your boy Jizzle James has 7 points on 3 of 6 shooting.
I'm taking that one too. Put me down for that one. This is the first one we both took as well. Let's go. Ending.
La, 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 would you like get my money right? I had a dream I could buy my way to heaven. When I awoke, I spent that on a necklace.
We had to play the graphic. We at least once we had to do the graphic.
Just once.
Let's go.
Let me go back real quick. We're on like the second to last line. Greensboro, you and I riding with Cincinnati. Even if Oklahoma State kind of stays hot, I can see Cincinnati like, dude, they have only 20 points, 22 points and 20 expected. That's fucking terrible. All right. Liberty, Western Kentucky. I'm not really interested, even though I do like Western Kentucky. Maybe that might be at half. UTEP, that's a maybe as well. I think those are two actually pretty decent Conference USA teams. Northwestern, Maryland, nothing there. New Hampshire's winning an SQ, so I know Max ain't going to touch that, and that's it. And then, hey, if you got premium, look at this. Game. It just goes forever. So that's cool. And what did I say? Who was the first question? Jared, if you have questions about the pregame prediction stuff, shoot me a message. I'll let you know when it's fixed, but we're working on it. I made it a point yesterday. And then Jason, we will talk to Justin, or I'll talk. Max, you go enjoy yourself, buddy.
Hey, 4 p.m. Xavier plays. I'm ready to get out of here. And yeah, that was a great show. Let's hit. I'm gonna hit this outro music, and everybody, good luck on the rest of your bets. Enjoy your day, your March Madness. This is it. Let's go.
This is it.
Thanks for hanging out, everyone.
Thank you.